My hands shook as I tore the paper from the board. I gave it to Ramirez the next day, and she looked at me like I'd just handed her a bomb. We might have him, she said. They ran the phone number and it pinged a prepaid cell connected to a usage tower less than a mile from my new apartment. I hadn't escaped him. He'd followed me. Again, he knew where I lived again. I started staying at a friend's place across town while Ramirez and her team worked with cybercrime to try and trace his signal. A week later, they found him, living under a different name in a weekly rental complex, 2 neighborhoods over. When they arrested him, he had 3 phones, 2 laptops, and a small duffel bag with duct tape, a hunting knife, and a flash drive labeled with my initials. My blood ran cold. Inside the flash drive, dozens of screenshots, photos of me from outside my window, logs of my daily schedule, even a list titled "A Possible Outcomes." One of the detectives handed me a printed copy of that list. I didn't want to look, but I forced myself. Under "A Possible Outcomes," he typed things like reconciliation if approached gently, a public embarrassment via anonymous tip, a physical intervention if necessary. The last line read, if I can't have her, no one can. Her, no one can. I stared at those words until the letters blurred, the room tilting like my balance had been ripped from under me. Ramirez saw my reaction and quietly folded the paper, placing it back in the file. He's not getting out anytime soon, she said, like it was meant to comfort me, but I didn't feel comfort. I felt exposed, violated, like I had never really escaped him at all. Marcus pled not guilty, of course. His attorney tried to spin a story about concern, about heartbreak, about misunderstood intentions, but the evidence was overwhelming. The photos, the footage, the notes, the fake names, all of it painted a picture that couldn't be explained away with charm or a smile. Still, the court process dragged on. I testified in front of a packed courtroom, my voice steady even though my palms were slick with sweat. I saw him sitting there clean-shaven in a suit, trying to look composed, but when our eyes met, I saw it. The same hunger, the same obsession. And I realized then that prison wouldn't fix him. It might delay him, but it wouldn't undo what he'd already become.